Welcome back, fellow Horror Night fans and Universal fans alike. I'm the Crazy Englishman, and welcome to another episode of Slice of Speculation, where we take the smallest bits of speculation and we throw it out to you guys. So, some interesting elements in this episode because it's both speculation as well as a bit of news as well. In the past few days, John Murdy has done some very interesting tweets about Maze Number Three, a maze that he's completely finished in terms of concept. So definitely some interesting developments are coming out of this maze, and I want to read to you guys some of the tweets and kind of give my thoughts about them. So first off, later today, I'll be sitting down with my partner Chris to do the first concept session for Maze Number 3, which is a huge creative challenge. This property is a different story. It violates almost every rule we have for what makes a great maze. It requires a different approach. So why attempt it? Because I know the chances of failure are high. It scares the hell out of me. That's going to push us to do our best work. I've been listening to the soundtrack over and over again. The score is going to play a key element in this maze, as is the audio design. And what a maze it is. Extremely ambitious, lots of FX to RD. Hope we can afford it all. So definitely some interesting tweets coming out of this. This maze has me intrigued as to what it could possibly be. So my preliminary thought on what it could possibly be was Krampus. In terms of definitely, it's something we've never really seen at the event before. We've never had anything like a dark fairy tale mixed with dark comedy before. I mean, we've had dark comedy before, but we've never had a dark fairy tale as a maze. We've had Dark Christmas as a scare zone, but in terms of this kind of a maze, we've never really seen it in the past. Back in 2011, we did have a very heavy snow maze, and that was, of course, the thing back in 2011. But this is going to require a lot of development, a lot of thought of how to do this, because it's not exactly the easiest maze to pull off in kind of Hollywood structure, which is a very tent maze heavy environment. In Orlando, it's a little bit more easier because they have sound stages. There's a little bit more room to kind of pull off these kind of frozen urban environments. So definitely, technically, it's very difficult maze to pull off. And as well as you've got the puppets as well, like the creatures. You have things like Krampus himself. You have the elves. You have like the Jack in the Box creature, which is by far one of my favorite creatures. So definitely some puppets as well. So creature design is going to come into it. Puppet design, brand new puppets. So also you've got the soundtrack itself. The soundtrack is fantastic. It's atmospheric. It gets you sucked in. It's a bit of dramatic music mixed with modern orchestra. So it's definitely got a very distinct sound to it, as well as the Carol of the Bells, which kind of gives the audience, and it shows at the end of the film, a little bit of information on Krampus himself in this kind of old Christmassy Christmas Carol aspect, which is fantastic. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Definitely, if this goes wrong, because there is quite a lot to lose in this one, it would be one of the most expensive mazes to kind of pull off. There's a lot to lose, but there's also a lot to gain if it's successful. So yeah, I mean, this is great. I mean, this maze, even if it's not Krampus, I can't wait to find out what this is. Definitely a lot of information given by John there. I can't wait to hear more about this. So yeah, that was the major aspect. Also, 90% sure that the Purge, as I've said in my previous video, that the Purge will probably be back as the tram tour, as well as the backlot in some form, and especially with the new film coming out this year. It's a Universal film. It's great promotion. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I can't wait to hear from you guys. If you want to comment below, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that it is Krampus, or do you think it's something else? I can't wait to hear you guys' ideas. I love reading you guys' comments. And until the next time, this is the Crazy Englishman signing off.